Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your role here?
Yeah, my name's Holly. I'm the activities coordinator here. So I'm the lunatic that you'll find running around throwing glitter or whatever, magazines or whatever at people around the home. Start work at 9 o'clock, come through the door. I like to check in with a senior member of staff just to see if anything's happened that I need to be made aware of overnight, because something's going to happen. Then I go through the dining room, usually catch up with a few residents if they're having their breakfast. They like to have a chat with you, tell me any concerns or worries they may have had since they saw me last. Then I go down, set up the lounges. So I'll set up activities in both lounges. Again, as people come in after breakfast, it means I can have some one-to-one time with them. If there's any worries, concerns, we can have a chat, have a laugh. They can tell me something they might have seen on the news or, and stuff like that. Activities then start about 10. So we'll carry on. It could be arts and crafts. It could be a sing-along. We could have had an entertainer come in. We'll stop about 11:15 for the very important tea round. That has to be there, it's very important. So they'll have their tea, coffee and biscuits. Usually about 15 minutes. Again, it gives me a chance to go around, speak to individuals if I haven't spoken to them already. Carry on then till 12. That then means the residents start going through for lunch. Gives me a chance to tidy up the lounges. Maybe take residents out for lunch, because that's something that I like to offer as well. It could be round to the Wetherspoons for a drink, it could be to a cafe, it could be anywhere. Come back, I try and put the news on at 1:30 just so they can see what's going on. And then we start activities again at 2 to about 2:45, tea round again. And then we'll carry on till 4 o'clock. I'll finish at 4 o'clock, tidy up all my stuff, and then again it's one-to-ones with people if I haven't been able to see them. Record my notes, and then hopefully out in between 5 and 15:15. Personally, for me, especially as everybody can have bad days, it's making sure that you are doing things that people want to be involved with. Everybody has a bad day. Not everybody wants to be involved all the time. Some people are quite private. Some people are just having a bad day. But I've got a fantastic team of carers and support behind me, so that when they're moving them into the from the dining room into the lounges, first thing I do in the morning when I come through and I'm talking to them, I say, right, we've got bingo this morning. Then the care staff, as they're moving them through, will reiterate that. Right, we've got bingo this morning, should we go through? So I've got a really, really good backup team behind me to help me 100%. So it's a case of being patient and being clear and understanding and helping them to understand what's available to them and just giving them a bit of a, come on, you'll be all right. And then usually we get the desired effect. For me, I think a memorable time for me was the first year that I was here, and we'd all set up, we try and do Christmas the most amazing as we can here. We decorate, it's all fun and stuff like that. Well, we have our resident Father Christmas, and we went round and we were giving everybody presents out, and to see the joy and the shock on some of the people's faces. Some of the staff were dressing up as elves as well and stuff like that, and Christmas jumpers, and everybody just really got into the feel of it, which then hopefully makes it so memorable for the residents as well. So for me, going round and handing out presents and seeing the look of shock, awe and absolute surprise and so much love when they were given those presents was amazing for me. Communication. Totally the key. We communicate as much as we can via as many channels as we can. We have obviously things that we do here from one person to another, verbally, written, as many forms of communication as we can. If I find something out about a resident, I will then communicate that with a senior and possibly the other staff that are on at that day. I will then update care docs, because then that means that we can offer that person-centred approach and care, because the one small thing that somebody could find out could actually have a really big impact on somebody's day-to-day routine. It could be something serious like, we've been given the marmalade all the time. Well, actually, they don't really like marmalade, they like Marmite, but perhaps they didn't have that voice or the knowledge or because the dementia has put that block there, for them to be able to express that. So something as small as that could really make such an impact, and that's why communication is so important, to make sure that we're maximising on the one-to-one and the personal centred care that we can. I was amazed. I'd only really been in this role for 18 months. So to be nominated was great. To have the nomination accepted and then put forward to obviously the final was absolutely amazing. But then actually when I actually won it, I just burst into tears. I really did, because my main aim was to make sure that everything that I'm doing is right for the residents, obviously myself and the rest of the team members, but predominantly for the residents. So for me, that just ticked boxes, because I'd never been in this industry before, so I didn't really know. There's not a book that says, right, as an activities coordinator you must, because it's so person-centred and individual. So I didn't really know what the limits were, and now obviously the limits are sky high. You can do anything. Oh, they loved it. As many people as could were following us on the Facebook page. The residents, I had pictures, they'd all been colouring and making the words well done, so they'd all done that. So there's pictures of everybody, they put them all on a string and the residents were holding them. They'd drawn pictures on whiteboards for me, congratulating me. It was lovely. It was, I was so amazed on the night, but then I was equally as amazed with how much time and effort everybody had put in to congratulate me after as well. Definitely the residents. And I'm sure everybody will say that wherever they are, that my residents are the best in the whole wide world ever. And I love them all individually for all their individual different things. But yeah, for me, it's bringing fun and laughter and light into each individual person's day. You can change a lot with just a smile or a hug or just a hi, how are you? You can change a lot by that. And I think that I have the ability to go around and do that. So that's, for me, that's what makes it so amazing here, and the fact that the management are 1,000,000% behind any form of activities, because it's been researched, and we know that without the activities you can see people start to go down. And some people think that it's just nonsense and you're just throwing stuff around at people. There's a lot more to it than that, a lot more to it. And if by putting those in place means that we can bring a smile, laughter, a memory, a giggle, then yeah, for me that's great. It is that. It's taking time with someone. It's getting to know somebody, offering that reassurance. So if you turn around, so say I found out that someone's favourite colour was turquoise, so we'd be there and we'd be maybe doing some arts and crafts, and I'd say to them, here we go, here's a picture of a butterfly. Would you like to colour it in? Yeah, I would. I'll tell you what, why don't I get your favourite colours? You know what my favourite colours are? Yes, sweetheart. Oh, wow, thank you. Something as small as that. Something as small as that can make a difference to someone and feel they've been listened to, or you know so much about me. I feel safe with you because you know these facts about me. So I'm happy. I'm happy here. I feel safe. And it's all about feeling safe. I'm a doer. I don't sit down very often. I'm always running around. And the motivation comes from, again, seeing everybody happy, seeing everybody join in. Hi Holly, as I walk through, Holly, can you just help me with so-and-so? Holly, and knowing that. So that motivates me, because I know that what I'm doing is right, because they're coming to me. They're asking for me. They want help from me. So that motivates me, because whatever I've done up until that point must be right. Crazy and fun with a touch of creativity.
Could you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the care home?
I am Chris Lutton, the very proud owner of the Forbury residential care home in Leominster. and I am very, very welcoming to all who wish to come along and share the delight that I have in this care home. 39 years, I have to say, we have been here, and yes, we now know our way around well. This property actually started, I don't know if you can see it in the background, the Forbury, which is a lovely, very impressive Georgian building, some 300 years old, and yes, we have decorated it in the meanwhile, and we have extended into this lovely courtyard effect where we are now registered for 40 with a very, very nice complement of staff. The team extends to 26 people of multinational and cultural background, which is a very good advantage to us. And although we have various standards within the home in terms of qualification, we do treat every single person, be it the domestic right the way up to the top, as very important, very valuable people to the running of the home. Yes, we have caterers, all very good. We have domestics and we have lovely carers, all of whom actually have been with us for some time now. Very, very good time. But special mention really must go to the winner of the Excellence Award this year, which highlights really what this home is all about. You know, people come here to live. They come to enjoy life. They need something to wake up for in the morning and something to look forward to. And Holly has provided that in bucket loads. So we're very proud of that. But equally so, I must make comment about our management team, because every business needs good management. And we have some wonderful management here and very long-standing management, starting with the care manager, Jen, who is now, I think, coming up to the 20th anniversary of her employment here. Many of those years as the registered care manager, and that in itself is really, really good, really good. But very, very special mention for Jen this year, who has qualified with her NVQ 7, Master's Degree Standard qualification, and no less with a distinction. So we're all intensely proud of Jen for that. And so too are the staff who shared in that joy. We started 39 years ago with but one target, and that has never changed, which is we treat our resident guests as we would expect treatment of our own dear loved parents. And there's no standard other than that to which we aim to achieve, and happily we do achieve. I can proudly say that consistent with that is that unlike many care homes, we do not advertise for guest residents. They come to us on recommendation, and that is without exception. So our ethos is working, and I think we see that for the future as well. And it's something very straightforward for our new carers and new staff to understand. They know what treatment they would wish of their parents, and that's what we expect of our residents here, and is what we deliver to our residents here. Oh, I think it's crucial. But it doesn't stop just there for the awards. We operate a system whereby we have our Carer of the Month award or Domestic of the Week award. So we celebrate our staffing because they do a wonderful job. If I have one concern about the industry, it is perhaps that we don't recognise as we should that they are professional workers. They're not stackers of shelves in supermarkets. They are professional people, and we recognise that, and we applaud that, and we encourage that. So that's where we go. It is the facilities that we offer to the community. Nothing is more pleasing for somebody like myself, and I'm sure I speak for all of the staff, to see that our resident guests are happy, they're enjoying themselves, that even their relatives are very happy that their loved ones are here. We get constantly good remarks, constant letters of appreciation, and that it's a feeling that is really warm, and then we enjoy it thoroughly. We enjoy it, and so too do the staff, and that's so important to us. I'm inclined to say to continue as we are. It's a lovely, warm, family business here. It is not an institution. It's not clinical. It's really, really down to earth, really family orientated. There is a level to which I think you can go before losing that. But we are currently 40 registered, but 37 practical bedrooms. Yes, we've got planning to extend it to another 6, but we've been a bit hesitant to extend because at this level it still retains its family feel, and so often do we get people coming to view the home with the view to placing their relative here, and they go away with that wonderful comment, really lovely family feel that we've had from this home. So yeah, more of the same, I think. We've been doing it for 39 years. Try it. Come into care. If you've got an indication in yourself that you'd like to do a bit of caring, come and join us, because we will provide you with the training, we will provide you with the experience that we have and you can benefit from. You will see what it is like to be a carer, and you will be pursuing a professional career. And there is a future here. As we know, we're all getting older, the need for care homes is going to grow, the pressure for available spaces is always going to continue to go up rather than down. So there is a long-term future here, and you only have to look at people like the Jens of this world, like the Hollies, to see how they have progressed.